What if I told you everything that you need to know about the 2024 election, especially the Trump-DeSantis feud, you could learn by watching or playing World of Warcraft? Oh, that's it. I'm selecting another video. I'm moving on. Just give me a minute. Let me make my case. I promise you, once I show you something, you're going to see something that's going to blow your mind. Now, real quick, as promised, last couple of days, I said I was going to be doing a brand new video, dropping a brand new installment over at the Florida Maquis Patreon channel. Well, it's up. A few hours ago, I went ahead and posted it. I talked about these four men that most people don't know and how if they got to tell their story on a national stage, they could change the face of this country and the internet forever. If you'd like to join us over there, it's only one US dollar per month. That's it. Not per video, not per week. Even less if you sign up for an entire year. Fully refundable, first 90 days, no questions asked. We can partner with Vimeo. Now, fair warning, there's some imagery in that video that might disturb some of you, but that's the point. That's the point. I asked some very tough questions about a very certain unseemly topic that's going around today. At least it has been. It's starting to cool off a little bit now. But this whole idea of, God's children are not for sale. You see, there's a question nobody's asking, and we answered over there. Now, also, we are going to be, 22nd of August, drawing two names out of a hat to give away the last two known in existence Florida Maquis coffee mugs, back when I used to be able to sell merchandise before YouTube stopped allowing me to do that. So if you'd like to get entered, everybody gets one entry. It doesn't matter how much you spend over there. We're just going to be drawing that on the 12th anniversary, this coming 22nd of August, of the Florida Maquis channel. Now, if you had to face somebody in a fight that had a magical gun that shot flaming bullets at you, and this particular opponent, this foe, also had a 2,000-pound ferocious grizzly bear that they could sick on you, do you think you could win the fight armed with just a sword? Now, I'm sure a lot of you are laughing. Of course not. That's silly. It's just a game. But what does this have to do with anything? Okay, stick with me. Stick with me. It's a completely unfair fight, isn't it? Because you try to take on the grizzly bear, the guy's going to shoot you. You go after the guy with the gun with the sword, you're probably not going to win anyway, and the grizzly bear's going to eat you. It's just not even fair. Why would you do it? That would seem like an unfair, almost rigged fight, wouldn't it? Well, see, people complain about this in the lower levels at World of Warcraft, where it's free. World of Warcraft is a free game, completely free. You can play up to level 20 for free. And the hunters, the guys with the guns and the grizzly bears, are insanely overpowered at the low levels. No other type of character stands any chance against hunters. Now, someone say, why would they do that? Why would they make one class so much more powerful than every other? Well, it's real simple. They want you to purchase the game, because when you get up into the higher levels, hunters' abilities don't really scale like others. And what happens is your warrior, instead of just walking around with a sword, ends up basically having bulletproof armor and hand weapons that can literally smash a grizzly bear into the ground. In fact, most characters at max level, the levels you have to pay to get to, they don't even bother with hunters. Because at that level, at that very, very high level, they're useless. They're only overpowered at the lower levels. This is Blizzard's way of trying to get people to buy the game instead of playing it for free. Now, what does this have to do with DeSantis and Trump? If you thought the game was rigged, why would you play? Meaning, if you weren't going to pay for the game, World of Warcraft, and you were only going to play 0 to 20, why would you play any character other than a hunter? And if you weren't a hunter, why would you even try? If the game was rigged, why would you even play? So when DeSantis came out and said he was going to run for president, Why didn't Donald Trump just say, you know what? Good luck, buddy. I tried. It's rigged. The entire thing is rigged. I mean, good luck. God bless you. You're not going to stand a chance. You're not going to stand a chance. I tried, and we saw what happened in 2020. So, I mean, here's the issue that I'm saying, though. DeSantis draws huge cash haul from Trump donors, Now, lately, Donald Trump has been bragging that the vast majority of his campaign has been financed by low-level folks. That wasn't always the case. This is an article from June 19th, 2022. Now, this was, like I said, over a year ago. You see, all of a sudden, people are saying, well, Ron DeSantis, look who's backing him. Look at all the big billionaires. Look at all the folks that are giving him money. These are the same people who gave Trump money in 16 and 20. See, all way back in November, better than President Trump, DeSantis clout swells in the West. This was from June of 22. You see, this time last year, people were talking about, well, maybe we should, think about Governor DeSantis. This was before all the indictments. Now, the left didn't want to face him. The left did not want to face a JAG lawyer. So that's what all these indictments are about. They knew that if they went after Trump, all of a sudden, all of the support would go back. And magically, this has happened. Billionaire donors cool on Ron DeSantis over right-wing policies. Now, if Ron DeSantis were some type of middle-of-the-road, uniparty rhino, why would they be cooling on him because he's too right-wing? Ken Griffin and Nelson Peltz are rethinking support for Florida's governor. Now, those of you wondering, did billionaires really give money? Did they really give money to Donald Trump and those kind of numbers? Absolutely they did. GOP mega donor holds DeSantis fundraiser alongside former Trump officials. But the big one is this. This is May 6, 2021. Trump spawned a new group of mega donors who now hold sway over the GOP's future. This guy goes through the whole list of multi-billionaire, millionaire mega donors that gave money to Donald Trump. Tim and Patricia Mellon, Ike and Laura Perlmutter, Kelsey and Amy Warren, Walter Buckley, Patricia Dugan, all the huge list of the millions and millions and millions of big money dollars that went to, not Ron DeSantis, to Donald Trump. And I'll give you this link and you can read it for yourself. This is all fact. This is all part of the public record. In fact, it was the very basis upon which Trump started to attack DeSantis. Why he called him disloyal, that all of his big money donors, all of Trump's big money donors, the one that supported him in 16, the ones that supported him in 20, decided to shift. So why was it a good thing when Trump was taking money from them, but now it's a bad thing that DeSantis is getting money from the same people? Does that make any sense? And if you don't think that's the case, this is Trump-Pence victory breakfast fundraiser flyer. Reince Priebus chairman, Steve Mnuchin finance chairman. I don't know if you can see this all the way down at the bottom. $100,000 per couple to attend, $10,000 per person to give. Monday, October 24th, 2016. The reason I thought this was funny was because this is about 4 days before I made my first video talking about politics in the Electoral College. It was October 28th, I believe. It was right before Halloween of 2016. It was right before the election. Prior to that, I had done nothing but music. I did nothing but play guitar. That's it. That's all my channel was from 2011 to October of 2016. Nothing but me and singing and writing songs and playing guitar. That's all it was. And I thought, I'm seeing this very strange thing going on at the Electoral College. Maybe I'll say something about it. And here we are. So that's my question. Oh, and remember the whole Mueller-Russia hoax thing? Donald Trump didn't pay for that fund. Mar-a-Lago members gave $150,000 to legal defense fund set up for Trump allies questioned during Robert Mueller's probe into Russian meddling. So to say that they were trying to break Trump financially, a lot of this money that was spent on lawyers and all this didn't come from Donald Trump. You see, they give you the numbers that were spent, but a lot of that money was raised by other people. In fact, here's Mr. Trump with Trish Dugan, Scientologist. And one final thing. A lot of people don't understand, and I'm getting this in the comments a lot, they don't understand how cumulative inflation works. For example, if you have an item that's $100 and then year one, there's 5% inflation. At the end of the year, it's $105. Now the new baseline isn't $100 for the price next year. The new baseline is $105. So if it stayed $105, what would that mean? 0% inflation. So with even 3% inflation, you could say that inflation went down. Even if inflation goes down, the price goes up. It just doesn't go up as much. 105 times 3% inflation. $108.15. Now your new baseline is $108.15. $108.15 the next year. 7% inflation jumps it all the way up to $115.72. Now here's the key to this. Well, you think 5% plus 3% plus 7%, that's 15%. So if it was $100, by end of year 3, 15% inflation should be $115. It's $115.72. Now, let's say years 4 through 10, you drop dramatically down to just 2% inflation. You think, well, gosh, the price will be less than $115. No, it won't. 2% inflation every year for years 4 through 10 brings the price to $130.32. So over that 10-year period, even though 6 of those years was only 2% inflation, you've gotten a 30% increase. Now, but you're like, wait a minute. How do we get 30% when it's 8 and 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 7 is 15, and then 15, you would have years 4 through 10, that's 6 times 2, that's 12. So that'd be 27% inflation grand total. Shouldn't it be $127? No, because of the cumulative effect of math, basically, it's 130.32. That's how inflation works. And here's the kicker and here's a question you need to ask yourself. If this is across the board, who remembers what gas prices were back in 13 and 14? Now, these are the 12 months of the year. Gas prices, 2013. Look at these numbers, 349, 343, 345, 350, 368, 362, 355. This was 10 years ago. What's the price now? 353, 343, 330. Zero. The price is literally the same. How can that possibly be this? How can this possibly be the case with inflation being what it is? People are saying, well, gas has gone up, 10% or 20% or 30%. No, it hasn't. In fact, it's gone up, it's gone down. It was $1.80 in 2004, and then it was up to $3.60 in 2014, then back down to $1.80 in 2020, and now back up to $3.50 again. Why doesn't it apply to gas? There's also, you can go to calculator.net. Literally, it's that easy, calculator.net. And then they have a bunch of calculators. You can do inflation calculator. And you can do this for yourself. And it shows you with CPI data, everything you need to know 1913 to 2023. So that's just what I wanted to cover today. I'm going to ask the question again. If you knew you couldn't win, why would you fight? What's my point? Well, my point is this. Donald Trump must think he can win. Ergo, it can't possibly be rigged. If he's running and he's spending money and he's upset that people are spending money on other rivals of his that are running against the Democrats, he must think they have the ability to win. And if he thinks they have the ability to win, doesn't that defeat the rigged argument? See, the folks at World of Warcraft, they have a mission. They have a reason why they rig it this way. They don't want you to play for free. They want you to pay to play. They're in business to make money. So it makes perfect sense. And people complain about it, but the people that complain about it are the ones that are playing for free. Because by the time you get to the super high levels, hunters are useless. I mean, they truly are. And I mean, this is a Blizzard forum discussion, and they go on and on and on about this, and the guy even answers his own question down here. Where is it? It's in here. I'll give you this link too, and you can read about it. It's a big deal at the free levels. Oh, here it is. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard any company doing. I have very little respect for Blizzard. The game is almost unplayable at anything but top level with max gear. I think they just want to have a money-hungry grab as much as they possibly can, and that's their strategy. They absolutely nailed it. They're finance-driven, not a gaming company. So the money element trumps everything else when they make business decisions. So I will just leave that there and, let you guys explore this. But you wouldn't bring a sword to a gunfight, would you? Because it's rigged. You could actually say it that way. Bringing a sword to a gunfight means you're going to lose 100 times out of 100. So if it's rigged, why would you even try? Why would you even try? And I think the money analogy plays in really well, too. You see, it's rigged at World of Warcraft unless you show up with the money. And it's kind of like politics. Over at World of Warcraft, you go ahead and plink down your whatever so much a month for a subscription, and then you max out your characters, and then you pay for the stuff at the auction house, and you get the very best gear. You'll smoke hunters. You'll absolutely smoke them. You can one-shot them, actually, with probably a mage or a warlock. But they're no match for really any other major class at max level. But down 0 to 20, it's basically a gun to a sword fight. I won't keep, re-saying the same thing, but would love to have you over at Patreon. It's an important video. It's something you need to see. And believe me, if people really accepted the truth about what the root of trafficking is, we could fix it. So I'll leave it there. God bless. Pray for each other. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.